My name's David, and I'm a senior here at UTD. I actually graduate this May, and I'm majoring in arts and performance. Pool, it's been about 15 years. Seriously, only maybe about a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. But I just love to hit the balls, you know. I've been doing that for years because that's like my pastime, maybe stress relief. I could think of it more like I just feel like doing something like that and I'd go and do it. Just an inkling. Played on an APA league for about one season and it was an interesting experience. I've always played for fun. I like to, just a hobby, just go and knock the balls around, whatever. I find that most people really don't know their own skill level because the nature of the game is such that if a new person comes on the table and watches somebody play, they don't know what they're doing. They can't tell what that other person is doing when there might be a whole lot of things going on with that player. Let's just say the difference between someone who's introduced to the game for the first time, they're holding a pool cue for the first time, they're thinking about all the little mechanical things because they're new to it. The more you play, the more you really don't think about those things. You're thinking more about more of the elements that go into the game, the strategy and everything else. I'll be honest, I'm not really familiar with all of the terms. And English is another one of those that people argue about. I think English is something you do to the cue ball to make it spin. And there's varying degrees of that you can do. A person who is able to make a run and make more than one or two or three balls at a time, they're not keeping track of how many balls they've hit in. They're thinking about a pattern. They see a table layout and then they make a strategy approach, and then they use the angles and everything they know, the kinds of shots they know, to make that kind of run. And as soon as that's done, a lot of times some of the players that break and run, which is not quite that easy to do sometimes, they'll do it and they really won't remember that they do it or think about the fact that they're doing it. They just do it, and then by the time they've ran the whole rack out, someone has to tell them, hey, did you know you broke and run? A break is like a shot, and you take a shot that you have, you're limited in what you can do with a specific shot. You have only one or two angles you can go at the shot. Break is limited in such a way too, if you think about it. There's only so many ways you can hit maybe the first ball if you have to hit the first ball. In 9-ball, you do have to hit the very first ball. Whenever you approach that shot, if you know more than one or two ways to do a shot, it always helps. And that's where a skill level comes in. I think a part that a lot of the beginners might want to know about from the start is that the mental game is kind of tough. That's probably the toughest part, and it's very easy to get frustrated at this game. It's a kind of a cold, cutthroat type game, and you can't get mad if you lose. You can't get mad if you miss shots. Have fun with it. There's no reason to make it harder than it needs to be. It's supposed to be a game. Have fun with it.